day, viewer. You're most welcome to the Nilecast on Westnile Television, where we give you the daily news bulletins of the day every day. My name is Okumringa Christine. Before we dive into any of the stories, let's first have a look at the news making headlines. In the headlines today, low students completion rate in UPE schools worries stakeholders in Arua City. Pakwach District LC5 vows not to withdraw stamps from LC1s and LC2s. And Uganda police holds medal parade in South Sudan. This and more in the Nilecast News Bulletin. Good day again, viewer. You're most welcome to the Nilecast on Westnile Television. Now let us dive into some of the stories of the evening. Pakwach District Chairperson Robert Omitostin has vowed not to recall stamps from the Local Council 1 and 2 chairpersons whose tenure expired on the 10th of July 2023. Speaking to our reporter this morning, Omito stated that the Local Council 1 and LC2 chairpersons are doing a wonderful job in ensuring order at the village level, and added that he has 467 stamps in the villages and he has never recalled them and does not intend to recall them because they need their services. Alfred Jawok reports.
The Pakwach District Chairperson Robert Omitostin has vowed not to call stamps from Local Council 1 whose tenure expired on 10th July this year. Chairpersons Local Council 1 and 2 were elected on 10th July 2018 and have served for 5 years, but their term of offices expired, causing anxieties among community members. Betty Oyonge, Chairperson Local Council 1 in Jupotor Village, Pakwach District, equally expressed disappointment of some village members who disrespect their services, noting that this may increase the rate of crimes in the community.
Bindi Fimaro, LC Migi, dog before you Tim, Delamotim, Igora Bish Mufti, Mana gila meta suwa medwa kuye mwayeni wa meda suktish kana mshukiri kanyo dual pa manya wish pa dam shekiti shala pa jumu kuti ba mwaye tena tena no wano to medwa kuti su to wangi ngo par pa jumange yarango woni kumukare mokare kada be no nya aloka marashi de parwati maber won mo buju marashi na be.
Speaking to our reporter this morning, Omito stated that the Local Council 1 chairpersons are doing a wonderful job in ensuring order at the village level. He added that he has 467 stamps in the villages and he has never recalled them and does not intend to call them because they need their services.
The issue of LC1 and 2s, because their term of office, they were elected into office at the same time. That means if the term of office of LC1s have elapsed, that of the LC2s have equally elapsed. But we have not gotten any formal guidance from the Minister of Local Government, Honorable Raphael Magezi, or directed to me as the district chair, or we haven't even gotten any guidance from the permanent secretary, Ministry of Local Government, to copy to me as the district chair on how we go about the local government 1 and LC2s of the various parishes. But going forward, I would encourage the population to give all the respect that these LC1s and LC2s deserve. They were elected into office. If their term of office expires, it is not their responsibility to conduct the election. All I know is that their monies, their facilitation from government, we have budgeted even this very financial year, which has just commenced. Personally, unless if I get a guidance that I should not pay these LC1s because their term has expired, me, I will go ahead and pay. Actually, if first quarter monies come, I will even instruct the cow to very fast process the emoluments of these honorable LC1s and LC2s.
The Electoral Commission says the government, through the Minister of Finance, released 36 billion shillings out of 90 billion shillings to facilitate the nationwide election exercise that has since been postponed. The Office of Chairpersons, Local Council 1 and 2 are very fundamental in ensuring that government programs are reached to the local people. Alfred Jawok, Westnile TV, Nilecast.
And more in our stories. The low completion rate in primary pupils in government-aided schools is creating fears among the leaders in Arua City. According to a rough survey done by Westnile Television, out of 567 learners registered in primary school, less than 50 registered for primary leaving examinations, giving completion rate of 7.76%, something below the national average. Frederick Jamadri reports.
7 years ago, out of the 567 learners registered in Primary 1 in Urubo Primary School, a traditional government-aided school since 1950s, and a division in Arua City, only 44 candidates have so far registered to sit for this year's primary leaving examinations. This is attributed to the deteriorating education quality in this country, associated with the change in policies, quality of teachers handling the learners, poor parenting, and low community interest towards education.
There is very high dropout rate in the school. There is high consumption of drugs of abuse, more especially by boys in this school.
Learners expressed inadequate textbooks in the school library to help in reading, poor reading culture arising from poor mentorship, and failure by schools to impress school feeding program as the greatest challenges that retards children's education. According to the second deputy head teacher of Urubo Primary School, Abasiku Alex, the school has an enrollment of 1,517 pupils, in which girls constitute the highest population of 784 against 677 boys as of second term 2023, and appeals for support in retaining the children in school.
Okay, in P1, we registered around 300 plus girls and 200 plus boys. That means girls were more than boys. And at the end of the academic year, that is P7, girls become lower in number than boys. Currently in P7 we have 44 in P7. We had registered 66. But a good number of them have dropped.
This poor completion rate among learners in primary schools has prompted the Rotary Club of Arua to conduct an immediate needs assessment in the school and decided to purchase and donate textbooks to the school worth 1.6 million to aid teaching and learning in the school.
Meeting textbooks worth $5 over 1.6 million shillings, purchased with the help from our friends from Rotary Club of Davis Sunrise, California, USA, and the Urubo Primary School is the 40th school to receive textbooks.
This was equally a moment for Edward Kakempo, the district governor, to launch a campaign targeting the boy child by Rotary Club of Arua, dubbed the Boy Child Uplifting Program for Westnile region. According to Anne Hope Wanguyo, the president-elect, through this campaign, they will be able to sponsor orphans, specifically the boy child, and those whose parents are not able to aid their education.
Actually, how we are going to support them, and we've agreed that every year we're going to take 20 boys from this primary school, and we're going to assign each Rotarian to pay school fees for the whole year for each of the 20 boys.
Launched in 1997, the universal primary education opened the way for affordable education, which addressed the high-level illiteracy among the communities through increasing enrollment in schools. But the question now zeroes on how to keep the learners until they complete the levels they aspire for and the quality of education that the country is delivering. Frederick Dramadri, Westnile TV, Nilecast.
And more in our stories. Go Live Uganda, a non-governmental organization operating in Adjumani district, on the 6th of July 2023 participated in an exercise to clean Adjumani Town Council as part of their corporate social responsibility. Onzima Alan and Alessi Joan report.
Go Live Uganda, a non-government organization operating in Adjumani district, has today participated in an exercise to clean the town. The initiative is part of their cooperative social responsibility. Speaking to journalists, Mr. Kamulengi David, the health inspector at Adjumani Town Council, welcomed the organization and said that keeping the town clean requires collective responsibility.
So mine is to call on the entire public to fully participate in making sure that waste management is taken as a key.
Dr. Biansi Muzamel, the executive director of Go Live Uganda, thanked Adjumani Town Council authorities for accepting their offer.
As you can see, my team the other side, they are working. Our main purpose for us to be in town, as you said, we are cleaning Adjumani Town, and we have a motto saying that keep Adjumani Town clean. We as Go Live Uganda, we are launching our CBO. It is an CBO, community-based organization. So we have been operating for 2 years, but right now we are trying to launch it. By today, it is now going to be official, and then we are going to work with the public. So this activity we are doing, it will not end today. It is going to continue every month. We are going to pick one day, we come and also we do such kind of activity. The challenge we are getting that we couldn't have enough resource of getting another, maybe a truck to help us to load these garbages. But next time we shall have one garbages in the coming time. Thanks.
Ms. Mochireko Irene, a student doing internship in Adjumani Town Council, said that she is very happy for the initiative and urged everyone to be responsible when it comes to their health.
And we are trying to keep Adjumani Town Council clean. And I think it's a very good work. We are so proud of it, I personally, because we have to live in a very clean environment. So I'm so proud to be cleaning Adjumani.
Onjima Alan and Alice Joan, Westnile Television.
And more in our stories, Uganda Revenue Authority has awarded those who have been keeping records of their e-receipts issued to them by the business entities in the West Nile region that have been compiled by the electronic physical receipting and invoicing system being advocated by the tax body. The winners were recognized at the e-receipting Yege campaign yesterday in Arua City. Dennis Aringi reports.
Those who have been taking stock of their e-receipts got from different business entities that give e-receipts in West Nile and have been entering the physical document number using the Mpa e-Receipt app, an app developed by Uganda Revenue Authority as a component of the electronic physical receipting and invoicing system. Were awarded with different prizes ranging from phones to motorcycle, among other promotional items in a promotion organized by Uganda Revenue Authority in Arua City. A number of people were able to download Mpa e-Receipt app on their smartphones with help of the staff of the Uganda Revenue Authority. Those who successfully downloaded the app started entering their e-receipts issued to them by different business entities in Arua City that have compiled with the IFRI system being advocated for by the tax collector. The first participant to be crowned e-receipt champion was Jennifer Aripera, winner of a brand new Samsung tablet. Feni Ayeyu took home a Samsung smartphone. Buni Twaha became the lucky winner of the day's lion's share, winning the coveted motorcycle at Arua Mpa e-Receipt Activation Edition. Twaha said that the bike will bring him extra income to cater for his sibling.
Hey! I know I can count.
And I downloaded the app from the App Store, which is called e-Receipt, and I downloaded it, and they're good enough. There are some other receipts where I've been buying the stuffs. They're good enough. I was having some of the other receipts. Then the FTN, the number. I entered and I submitted some, and like as by now, I was also for my personal business, the one which I've been running on, and I just got surprised this evening. I was told that I've won for myself a motorcycle. I should hurry and come and pick it up. I also have my followers whom I'm supporting, like study sites, what. From that side, I think they can also get a help from my side too.
While awarding those who won the prizes, the Arua Station Head of Domestics Peter Nyankore urges the consumers to continue in the Mpa Eri City Yange spirit since more goodies are to be won at the grand finale in Kampala.
I would like to say thank you so much for and participating on this promotion. This is not the end of the promotion. It's still going to run for more 3 months. So you might have your chances.
Peter says the importance of having e-receipt, it helps to take record of every transactions that you do take, and it helps Uganda Revenue Authority to fast track the payment of taxes.
Your money, your taxes are put in the consolidated fund. Because when you are able to monitor and really see that this amount of tax has been paid, it is going to follow up and then ensure that this money has been remitted accordingly and it has gone to the consolidated fund. So those are the advantages of the receipts. That's why we are really emphasizing telling people to what? Buy goods from people who are registered for the freeze.
Uganda Revenue Authority a month ago launched the Mpa Eri City Yange campaign to promote usage of electronic physical receipting and invoicing system through consumer demand for fiscalized receipts when they make purchases. Venice Oringi, Westnile TV, NILE.
And more in our stories, the Ambassador Extraordinary of the Republic of Uganda to South Sudan and the head of the UN missions in Juba, Brigadier General Ronnie Balia, has commended the good work of the United Nations mission in South Sudan. Speaking during the Uganda Police Medal Parade held on Wednesday in Juba, Brigadier Balia congratulated Uganda police officers for the excellent work they have performed in the war-torn country. Alfred Jawok reports.
The Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the Republic of Uganda to South Sudan and head of UN missions in Juba, Brigadier General Ronnie Balia, has commended the good work by United Missions in South Sudan. Speaking during the Uganda Police Medal Parade held on Wednesday in Juba, Brigadier Balia congratulated Uganda police officers for the excellent work they have performed in the war-torn country. Brigadier Balia noted that the conduct and performance of the soldiers in a given area is a reflection of the competence or incompetence of the commander on ground.
We shall see them by their fruits. Thank you very much, the commanders for the Uganda Police Force contingent and all the contingent members. As we say in the military, there are no bad soldiers, only bad commanders. The conduct and performance of the soldiers in a given area, good or bad, is a reflection of the competence or incompetence of the commander on the ground. The quality of command matters a lot.
However, Murat Isik, the UN mission police boss, assured Ugandan ambassador to South Sudan that Uganda has dedicated and role-modeled officers who perform their duties diligently.
All your officers are working together with me, and this is a great honor for me. Thank you. And I can assure you they are very professional, dedicated, and their professionalism is a role model for the others as well. Thank you for that. This ceremony is held in honor to recognize the Uganda contingent peacekeepers with the highly regarded United Nations Medal for their committed service to the cause of global peace in South Sudan. In various capacities, each of them has successfully undertaken critical responsibilities at both mission headquarters and as Patrick said, in the villages, which is field offices for us, namely Val, Choit, Malakal, Boro, Avail, and Bentiu, in fulfilling demands from both administrative and operational areas. I would like to recognize your solidarity and much needed support to South Sudan's people, especially the most vulnerable in these precarious conditions. Congratulations to all the Uganda contingent peacekeepers for your noteworthy achievements.
In the meantime, Senior Superintendent of Police Musio Abubakar, Uganda Police Contingent Commander in South Sudan, expressed gratitude to President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni for having promoted police officers and assigned them to work with UN missions. Abubakar urged police officers in peacekeeping missions to be vigilant while they carry out their duties.
What we are in today is called medal pinning ceremony, which is mandatory to every individual police officer or police officer in a peacekeeping operation. And it is a sign of appreciation for the endurance, resilience that the contingent or individual exhibits while in the mission. Remember, you are away from your family, you are in a new environment, and these are some of the motivators to keep you going. We thank our chief guest, Ambassador General Ronnie Barrier, for gracing this occasion. The ANIPOL component, the police commissioner, and the members of the senior management for considering attending this event in person without delegation. We commit to serve to the best.
Uganda has over 2,300 police officers on UN mission in South Sudan, commanded by SSP Musio Abubakar. The colorful event was celebrated under the theme, Peace is our priority to humanity. Alfred Jawok, Westnile TV, Nilecast.
And more in our stories. Action Aid International, in collaboration with esteemed organizations such as Anti-Corruption Coalition Uganda, Transparency International Uganda, has awarded 20 individuals for their strong fight against corruption in their communities and regions. The award that was presented at African Hotel Africana in Kampala attracted over 100 individuals from the different 15 sub-regions in Uganda. Let's have more on that story.
On 11th July 20 On 11th July 2023, Action Aid International Uganda, together with esteemed organizations, awarded several individuals for their efforts towards the fight against corruption in their regions, as well as the entire country. The event, which was held at Hotel Africana in the capital of Uganda, aimed at promoting active citizen participation in social accountability and exhibition of high integrity. The Executive Director of Anti-Corruption Coalition Uganda, Mr. Marlon Agaba, stressed that the main objective of the National Integrity Awards is to recognize gallant men and women who withstand the temptation of corruption and choose to exhibit high levels of integrity in serving their country.
So the main objective of the National Citizens Integrity Awards has always been to recognize gallant men and women who withstand the temptation of corruption and choose to exhibit high levels of integrity in serving their country. Fighting corruption can be costly, more so in a country like Uganda, where we lose 9.14 trillion to corruption each and every year, according to the Inspectorate of Government.
Mr. Malone further stressed that corruption in Uganda is endemic through naming and shaming the victims.
In Uganda, corruption is manifested in different ways, and it's both systemic and endemic. Anti-corruption CSOs and partners have evolved. We have had different strategies over years. In early 2000s, we had what we call name and shame, and it had mixed results and consequences as well, where we are naming and shaming the most corrupt of this country. That has evolved over years, and now we are awarding the icons, people who have excelled at integrity. And we have been holding these awards since 2016.
Dr. Elia Musazi, the key addresser, further stressed that integrity is a prerequisite that could save the country.
And more in our stories for the evening. The Uganda National Roads Authority has been charged with the mandate of towing vehicles stalled on the road due to mechanical conditions, with sanctions warnings issued to government vehicle users who have been listed among the biggest road offenders. According to the report, government vehicles who are listed to be the highest perpetrators of traffic offences, including road crashes, with over 500 government vehicles involved in accidents in 2022, hence calling for more responsible government vehicle usage backed by sanctions in case of misuse.
Welcome for the sports news on Westnile TV with me, Owen Ezaga. In our sports news today, Oasis Primary School maintains their excellent run in the FUFA Odilo tournament after collecting both the girls and boys category accolades in Arua City. Benson Oraku and Farish Majid compiles the story.
Call me Benson Pastore. You actually live on Westnile TV. At the same time, you are live from actually the playing ground of Leo FC. Remember, it's FUFA Odilo tournament, which of course started on Tuesday, and it has come to an end today. Today, of course, is the 13th of July, and the year still remains 2023. It has been a very impressive one here, and of course, we had something of around 7 schools that, of course, came for the tournament. And I can tell you, Oasis, of course, the defending champions, they have managed to cleanse it again. What I want to tell you is in the semi-finals, remember the group stages games of course came to an end yesterday, and in the games that of course have been played today, we had a semi-final. It was between the team Oasis up against Albab, which ended by a slim goal-to-nil win for the team that's Oasis up against Albab. The second semi-final of course was between that's Onduparaka Primary School up against that's Modol, and in the game it also ended by a slim win in favor of Onduparaka Primary up against Modol. Then in the semi-finals we saw that's Oasis at the ladies category playing that's a Republic Primary, and it ended by a goal-to-nil in favor of that's Oasis Primary, which means they are the champions from the ladies category. What about the boys category? I also want to tell you it has again gone into the hands of the team that's Oasis Primary after edging out Onduparaka by a goal-to-nil. As I said, it has been a 3-day tournament which started on Tuesday. Yesterday the group stages came to conclusion, and today everything of course has already come to an end. And the name of the tournament is called that's FUFA Odilo that's tournament. I have got the organizing committee at the same time the coach of that Oasis Primary, and he has been actually managing both the ladies and the boys. Let me start with him. You will start by introducing yourself.
Called Coach Mas, coach of Oasis Primary School.
Now that you are the champions from the both categories, both the girls and also the boys, how do you feel about it?
I feel very happy.
Very happy?
Yes, managing 2 teams and you all go through. You are proud as champions, both ladies and boys. Then I feel happy.
Now the problem comes here. I know that first of all I want to start by appreciating you because you are one coach managing to beat the both teams in the finals. How healthy was it for you to manage these 2 sides?
It was not easy. Managing 2 teams, it was not easy. Some little trainings here and there. You have to fix the problems here and there. You know, the toughest is with the ladies. Ladies football, you know, in Westnile it is still low. We are trying to come up with kind of, to see how we can build a very good team, can nurture a very good team right from the tender age. So we are moving forward.
I started some
a few challenges we're trying to manage it. At the end, we shall see a very good team.
Now what is your next target with these teenagers?
Cross regionals.
Yeah, let me turn to the organizing committee. That's Mr. Apango. Remember, he has been the guy behind the organization of this tournament. What is the next step for the schools, of course, that have won the tournament? We all know that Oasis, of course, emerging as the champions from the both sides. That's girls and also boys. What is the next thing for them?
These teams actually, this is a promotional game. After here, they're supposed to go for the championship. The regional championship is going to be organized by the FA. Then after there, the teams will fight for the national championship.
How has been the turn-up and how has been the level of the discipline?
In line of discipline, the teams have been so disciplined and there's been no chaos in the game. The games have been moving very smoothly. The turn-up was a bit not as I expected, because I expected this time around to have more teams, because last year there were also actually the same number of teams that participated, and this year also the same number of teams that participated. It is actually as if the same teams are the one participating. But we expect that maybe next year we shall publish it more. then we expect more teams to participate. Because this tournament exposes this school so much. That's why you see most of the schools that are participating are just private schools, because they always need that exposure.
Now, what last message can you pass to the rest of the primary schools and also to the public at large about the tournament?
I want to encourage all the primary schools to embrace this tournament, because this tournament is going to it actually exposes the players more than any other tournament, because this is a FUFA tournament and the target of the FUFA is to expose these players and then to identify the talent at this different stage. Remember, after this championship, they go for nationals, and then from nationals that a player can be picked. I remember the other year when he participated in the first edition, when they went up to the finals, actually some of the players were picked, and then they were called for Uganda's under 15. So that is a very big exposure. So if somebody of this type here then begins to get to national team, I think that is a very big one for the passion for the player.
Yeah, actually it has already come to an end. I still want to repeat it again. From the boys category, it is Oasis that of course beat Otobaraka Primary by a goal to nil. Meanwhile, in the ladies category, it was actually the team that's Oasis again edging out the Republic by a goal to nil.
In the other story, Westnile Province Head Coach Samson Caesar Okuti has named a provisional squad of 38 to represent Westnile in the FUFA drum matches in Group C, which consists of Busoga and Bugisu. Nearly 16 players who missed the FUFA drum last edition have been summoned. Let's have more from the head coach and the team manager. At the inception of the Provincial Football Tournament known as the FUFA Drum in 2018, Westnile Province became one of the pioneer 16 provinces to compete in the then FUFA's newest competition, which was launched by FUFA President Engineer Moses Magogo as another platform to provide football stakeholders to celebrate their ancestry. Yet for reigning champions Westnile, the tournament does not just stop at providing a platform for celebrating their ancestry, but also their diversity as a region. Westnile Province has so many tribes with different cultural settings. The province boasts of tribes as Madi, Alur, Kakwa, Lugbara, Kebu, Aringa, and Nubi, among others, and this, according to Mike Lettin, the team manager of Westnile Province, provides an opportunity for the players to learn from one another. Westnile Province unveiled their provisional squad on 12th July 2023 ahead of their Group C encounter against Bugisu and Busoga. Samson Caesar Okuti and Mike Lettin explained the criteria of the selection.
I think, as I said before, the criteria has been one, based on performance, regardless of any league that has officially been under FUFA, because we have players who are from 4th division, we have players whom we have also looked at in the regional league, we have players in the UPL, we have players who have been this last concluded FUFA Big League, and we have tried to look around each and every region, each and every sector of these leagues to see that we select the excelling players so that they come close. Most importantly, we have also tried to look at a category of these young players who are excelling, because we want to bring these players so close to these seasonal players who have been in the UPL and Big League, so that we start bringing them up at this moment, because we feel if we sideline them, one reason why also us we have been in this selection is to make sure that we identify new talent, which has always been there but has not been given priority. Priority has already been given, but they have not been so close. Even if they come and train and they don't make the team, that is one reason for them to pick up their careers, because that's one of the reasons why we have tried to bring some of these players whom people will be seeing in training. Even others will be matching match their squads, because we feel all what we're going to do is going to be on merit. Whoever performs well, whoever is going to do his best in training sessions, that's why we train, that we want to get the best out of these players and make sure that we try to push them this fourth edition. The reason why we train is to make sure that we select the best. Because when you train, you play practice games. One, I've told you, most of these young faces might not feature. 1 or 2 might feature, but not all of them are going to feature. Because if you see, we only select 20 players who are going to represent us on away games, especially the first game on 23rd away to Soga in Jinja. We might not pick them, but why we want them to come so close is to bring confidence, is to bring also that appreciation on the field, like they have been recognized. Because one thing is, if they are so close, I explained before, if they are so close to these boys, one, we want to see them also for the future. If you're preparing somebody, you don't just try to go and look for him when he's coming back maybe at an age where he's supposed to play in the UPL, but we want to start bringing them a little bit closer at this tender age. That's why most of them we have tried to bring them. There's not going to be something which is unique that they're going to come back in the team, they're going to do this, but football, you never know, anything can happen. Whoever does well will be given chance and priority. We don't want to just say that football, every day what you did yesterday, it is today. No, that one is gone. People have really woken up because in the first edition, people had relaxed a lot about this FIFA drum tournament. But now people have woken up. Each and every person wants to be identified with each and every region is going to represent whatever is taking place. Because at the moment now, if you see Busoga last time missed the other edition to reach up to quarterfinals. But this year they have come all out. If you see most of their good players, the Kaliga Uchos, the Mugusi brothers, and others who are doing well from Busoga. Because every time they are saying that most of the talent from Uganda is coming from that side of Busoga. Even likewise here in Westnile, that's what they're saying. So everybody is preparing for Westnile. Everybody wants to take this FIFA drum trophy. Everybody is doing everything that it takes possible. So I want to really encourage all the Salmon players. The onus is not only on the coach, it's not only on the players, it's the whole Westnile community, which I must say that must come behind. We have to come everything if we can do it. Dinner means we are here only to train the team, but whatever advice, whatever guidance, whatever we really need as a team, as Westnile, I want to bring us all together in this. We have seen how joyous it was when we were parading all this trophy all the way from Lango, when coming from Lira. Every stopover we have been getting Paida, whatever, all. We really want to make sure that this happiness continues. We don't want to cut it short, but it's going to be a collective responsibility. It's not going to be one person thing, but it's going to be all of us to make sure that we don't want anybody to take this trophy away from us.
As the defending champions, we are aware that all guns are pointing at us, and everybody will want to dethrone us. And the big question we've been asking ourselves, even after winning the third edition, was, are we prepared to defend this? Some of the players had talked of giving it all and possibly calling it a day. But seeing the excitement from the fans, from the people of Westnile, they decided to cancel plans to call it a day. And they said, well, we are going to defend it. So we are going to defend this trophy. Well aware that we are the target and everybody is coming for us, meaning there are no underdogs. It's teams, no team is going to fear Westnile, and every team is coming, making sure that they want to pick at least a point or two from us. But our plan is concrete. Right from the time we won it in Lira, we came back, we regrouped, we've urged our players to go back and train. And even right now as I speak, through the efforts of our new head coach, who has been so passionate about the game, he decided to call the boys who are around Arua here, others in Kampala and some other places, but these ones who are around Arua, normally we pick the bulk of our team from Arua, basically on Tuparaka and Arua here, and the boys happen to be around. They have been responding in their individual effort. That's one of the plans that we have for retaining this trophy. It's going to be tough, it's going to be hot, but these are the things that make great men.
Unlike last edition, Westnile Province shall host all its home games in 3 venues, which include Greenlight Stadium, Paridi Stadium, and Luo Grounds. Owen Ezaga, Benson Pastore, Westnile TV Sports.
And lastly, in our national news, Uganda and Rwanda played out a trailing 3-3 draw on Wednesday as the two sides faced off in the first round of the 2024 Paris Women's Olympics Tournament qualifiers. In the game played at Kigali Pele Stadium, neither of the teams secured the maximum points, leaving the fate of the contest into the return leg. Uganda's midfield received a major boost when the defensive midfielder Joe Nabiri joined the camp in Kigali on Sunday ahead of the two-legged first round women's football qualifiers. Let's have more from Joan. Midfield received a major boost when defensive midfielder Joan Nabiri joined the camp in Kigali on Sunday ahead of the two-legged first-round women's football Olympics qualifiers against Rwanda. The Belarus best is the only player in the side that regularly plays shielding the defense.
My name is Nabiri Joan, Crescent Cranes player at FK Minsk Football Club player. I play midfield, and I'm happy that I've joined my fellows as we are preparing for qualifiers of the Olympics that will be held next year, and I hope that we will do our best to qualify because it's our
end. Owen Ezaga, Westnile TV. And that marks the end of our sports news today on Westnile TV. Stay tuned as you wait for more of the programmings live on Westnile TV.
And with that story, viewer, we've come to the end of the Nilecast on Westnile Television. Thank you for being with us from the beginning of the Nilecast to the end of the Nilecast, only on Westnile Television. Please stay tuned to the rest of the subsequent programs that may follow. My name is Okumuringa Christine. Have a good evening.